Hello again, my name is Dawn. I am an interior designer, a DIYer, a content creator and a property investor, and I am doing a whole load of videos just basically telling you all about interior design, DIY tutorials, and like teaching you everything that you kind of need to know about being an interior designer and potentially some of the DIY stuff. And I will be doing some videos on things like software for interior designers as well, and I'm heavily looking into AI software at the moment because I feel like it is going to revolutionize the interior design industry along with many others. Anyway, I wanted to do a specific video on do you need a degree to be an interior designer? I touched on this on one of my previous videos where I went on for way too long, but I felt like it was probably a good subject to cover because this is coming from somebody who has a degree. I got my degree 18 years ago in interior architecture at Brighton University. And do you need an interior design degree to do this job? No, you do not. I personally, degrees are great for certain careers. But personally, as an interior designer, I realized that I was massively, and a millennial, I was massively leveraged on the whole, if you get a degree, you'll be clever kind of thing. I feel like I would have learnt more if I had gone into a studio and just shadowed people, not even getting paid. Like if I'd have just gone into a studio as a junior and like learn that way, I would have learnt more. So that is my personal opinion when it comes to degrees, and I may get some backlash off of that, but I don't care. And I want to save other students from getting themselves into debt for no reason. Like I said, I have a theory when it comes to education. I feel like whoever realized that, people think that if they get a degree, then that is going to make them cleverer, get them higher salaries when they graduate, get them better jobs. And it doesn't always happen like that. And I feel like that mindset has been leveraged to the hilt now. So they are looking to extract as much money from you as they possibly can. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it sounds like I am. They're looking to extract as much money out of you for their own benefit. And I would say find a cheaper way of learning, because there's plenty of ways. You can even you can learn on your own house, or if you're younger, your mum or dad's house. Like I learned bathrooms by doing my mum and stepdad's bathrooms. And that then got me a job, not my degree, but practical experience. So my suggestion would be try and go into a studio as a junior, get some work experience. You don't necessarily get paid, but don't let them take advantage of you as well. Soak up as much knowledge as you can from people who are practically actually doing it. And I would avoid the 20, 30 grand degree that people say that you need for that. I did hear from someone, just on a side note, and just as playing devil's advocate, I worked as a freelancer for another designer years ago. And we were quite good friends as well. And I was ranting to her about my degree and how I graduated in 2009 after the housing crash and couldn't get a job. And I was so angry that I still had that debt associated with that, and how my degree didn't help me at all because everything I'd learned was following that. And she just made a good point. She said, Dawn, just so you know, I may not consider someone that hasn't got a degree. So I would just, with me ranting about not getting a degree, you have to weigh up. Practical experience is always going to be better than a degree, but there are some benefits of getting a degree, and even if it is just the bloody title. So yeah, that would be, if I was to do over, I would have gone to find a studio and I would have applied for 3 positions and got as much work experience, learnt the software that they use, tried to learn some of their methods, and then gone and applied for jobs in studios which paid. That is how I would have learnt. And I feel like people have been gaslit into thinking that they have to spend a lot of money in order to learn this, and they don't. This, I would also say, if somebody is saying that you do need to do a course and they are selling a course, stay away. They have an agenda, and always look at the money agenda. If they're trying to sell you a course, then they're going to say that you need a course in order to do it, and you don't. There are obviously things that you need to know as a designer if you're getting more involved in things like construction and stuff like that, but builders don't have degrees, and they know all about building regs and all of that stuff, and like, how many of them have degrees? Like, they don't, because it's not an industry where they've been told that they need degrees. They learn it practically on the job and through other people. So I'm hoping that this is going to help a few people understand where to spend their money and whether they actually need to spend money on a course. You can also learn a hell of a lot on YouTube. I would just say that. I'm posting this on YouTube. I'm not selling anything. I'm just hoping to get monetized at some point. But you can learn everything off YouTube now, pretty much, and by practically doing the stuff. Most of the things that I learned from being on the job and through other people. If you can get a mentor, then that's also great. So yes, I would like all the lower generation and people my age who are looking to change careers just to go into the industry with their eyes wide open and understand what they need and what they don't need. The other thing, I can't remember if I mentioned this, if you're looking to do a course and they're not talking about AI, I would personally stay clear, because I feel like AI is going to revolutionize the interior design industry. And if they're not teaching you anything, then they're probably quite outdated. And obviously we're having a shift at the moment. Certain industries are getting quite disrupted, and there will be changes. And my motto is adapt or die. Personally, if the world is changing, you need to change with it, otherwise you will die. So anyway, I've gone off on a bit of a tangent on a few things there. I hope this is helpful. I am doing these videos and I am rambling away, and I'm not editing them because I can't be bothered. So if you like them, please do like, subscribe, share, whatever you need to do, because like I said, I am looking to get monetized on this. This will allow me to just keep doing them and keep teaching and telling you my experiences and like giving you knowledge rather than you going and getting a degree. Anywho, thanks for listening.